getting better now. Because I think it's not important for me to imagine the past, reminding the past in my mind.
Yeah.
But I have to face what I'm going to do, what will happen in the future. Right now, I have Iksan. He's becoming a big man now,
bigger.
handsome, and
You start to look more like your dad, you know.
yeah, like that.
More
your,
pet.
your, your mom sent me a photo lately, and I looked at it and I said, yeah, you look like your father.
Baru bisa.
Sorry, we take a video. It's okay. It's for more.
Just don't post.
Yes. Yeah. And then I hope Iksan will get a good job and he can get married, and I will have.
How is your girlfriend looking
granddaughter
forward to
and
getting
what-
married? She's not thinking about that yet. Oh.
Studying.
If not for the poor light, I would say you blushed. What year is she on?
All right now.
What year? How many years she has until she graduates?
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3, so you don't know? That's not a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
You should know.
Maybe 2 years and or 3.
Do you want
Yeah.
to marry her? Is it like that advanced relationship?
Maybe. Yes.
Maybe, yes.
Yes, still.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Maybe you know.
How long are you together?
1 year.
1 year. That's not long.
Yeah.
Did you know her before that, or you just
Yeah, just
met and said, okay, we're going to take a photo now?
I have
Find it on the street.
a love when senior high school.
So how many years?
Not years, but month.
No, you are a classmate.
Yeah,
And classmate.
classmate. Senior high school.
Same class.
Nice. And she knows where she wants to work after she graduates? Like, she wants to stay in... Where does she study? What city?
Jember.
Java.
East Java.
East Java. And she wants to stay in that city, or she wants to work somewhere else when she
Yeah.
graduates?
Maybe she staying there.
Stay in the city. Are you willing to move?
I still don't know.
You leave me?
So you're staying in a like long distance relationship. You
Yeah.
know? How is that working for you?
Yeah, it was difficult.
So what do you do to make it easier? Do you like meet every month, or
Just depends on communication.
yeah,
Maybe every day you
call?
call, video call.
Yeah, but what about meeting, like in person, so you can like hold hands or have lunch?
Yeah, depends on where we free with each other.
But now you graduated, you're free.
Yeah.
You can look for work there,
Yeah.
so you can be with her like every day.
Maybe I will go home first.
Yeah, but then how long are you gonna stay home?
Still don't know.
I remember when I was studying, and it was like 350 kilometers from the city where we lived, and Thomas was still in the university city where we lived, and I was on my studies, and we lived like that for like 8 years. But then we saw each other once or twice a month. Either I was going home or he came to visit me.
Comment?
Yeah, and that really helped, because if we didn't get a chance to see each other so often,
Yeah. Different. You will lose. Most another heart.
it may end up other way. For example, when I graduated, because it took 8 years because I did 2 faculties, but then when I graduated, I got an offer to stay and do a PhD. And Thomas said, no, I'm not going to wait any longer. You have to come home. So I didn't stay at the university. I come home. Because if I did, I had to choose what's more important.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. But to keep it like alive, this is her. find time. If you really care, find time. Like, you came 8-hour train here to see me?
Yeah.
Do that for your girlfriend. Like, we are together for 22 years, so use my experience. If you care that much. But if you love her since senior class and you think it's serious.
Yeah. Right now, her dad is still working in Malta,
Yeah.
university.
Also, you know her parents.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you in good terms with her parents?
Maybe next year he will retire. So I'm mostly Java.
You both? You too?
Her dad.
No,
No, her dad.
Her dad.
Her dad.
Her dad will move from Bangtan to
Jember.
It's Java.
It's
Java.
Java.
So you're gonna lose your girlfriend and your father-in-law.
Yeah.
So soon to be.
Ah.
So her father approves. So I think you are too far in it. You have to make an effort, keep it going. Do you like her?
Yeah.
So
he
that,
likes it.
do you like her?
I think so.
Do you like her?
Not so sure.
Not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
so far so good. For me, if he likes her, I will like her. Because
So,
it depends on myself.
Do you know her?
Yes.
You've met her? Is she nice to you?
Yeah.
But that's really ambitious to become a doctor. These are very hard studies.
Yeah. While Mr. Ari is still alive, we talk each other and we wish one day we will get what do we call daughter,
Yeah.
daughter-in-law
Yeah.
as a medical doctor. That's our,
You can make
our
your
wish.
father's dream happen.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure there.
yeah, she can manage him later.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing to have a doctor in the family.
Yeah.
Well, we have a doctor in the family, but she lives in Germany.
Oh.
So it's kind of difficult to be under her care. So Thomas has to rely on my care. But that's kind of different thing. So we learned about many species of animals, but not humans. But then human doctors, they just learn one species.
Yeah.
One. And during my studies, I had to learn about cows, pigs, horses,
Yeah,
sheep, dogs, cats, rats, rabbits, like that. So, but then in human medicine, you get like more detailed knowledge, more diseases, more diagnostic programs, and treatment plans. So it's like more detailed, more specification. And well, veterinary medicine is developing as well, but it's not yet as advanced as human medicine. But we're getting there. For example, in Poland, if you want to go to a doctor and you have some kind of condition, and the doctor says, okay, you need an ultrasound or you need an X-ray, then you have to go make an appointment to have the ultrasound or to have an X-ray. Sometimes you get the term right away. Doesn't always happen, but actually hardly ever happens. So they tell you, okay, we can do the ultrasound like in 2 weeks, or you can have an X-ray like in 3 weeks, unless you have something broken. Then they will give you at the hospital, the ER. But if you have it scheduled, you have to wait for the appointment. Then you have the X-ray, you have the ultrasound. You have to wait a couple of days so they make a description. And when you have the description, you have to schedule an appointment to the doctor, or the doctor gives you also he gives you papers, so you have to go to the specialist, and then you have to make an appointment with the specialist. It's like 3 months, or depends on the
Very long
specialist.
time.
So it takes a long time. And when, for example, a cat comes to my clinic and they say, oh, he has those and those symptoms, and I say, okay, we have to do the blood test. And if the cat is fasting, he didn't eat, we can do the blood test right away. We can do the ultrasound right away. We do X-rays right away, and the description is the same day, and sometimes the diagnosis is the same day. So you don't have to wait. You don't have to make X-ray appointments. Where there are some cases, for example, if I need like a cardiologist consultation on a patient, then I say, okay, you have to go to a cardiologist. We have two. You have to see when they have time. So sometimes it's the same week, sometimes it's the next week. But if it's something really severe that I need a consult right away, I just make an appointment right away. I just say, okay, that's additional patient you have to take. And we do. So we're doing much
Very
better than
fine.
human medicine when it comes to terms and
What do you
having
enjoy?
things done.
You enjoy.
Yeah, I like my job. We have now we have 2 cats with kidney bypass. Yeah, a bypass.
Failure?
Okay.
You know what a bypass is?
Kidney failure?
Like the cat, it has a kidney stone,
Okay.
and when the kidney stone starts to move, and it goes down to the renal pelvis and then to urethra.
Urethra?
Yeah, it blocks
Oh.
the urethra, and the urine cannot flow through. So then we send it to have a surgery of a renal bypass. So what they do, if the pelvis is wide enough, like wider than half a centimeter, they can put a catheter in it. So they put like a tube. They take it out, and there is like a port that connects 2 tubes together. So you have one tube coming out of the kidney, under the skin, but outside of the belly, under the skin. There's this port, and there's another tube coming out of the port and going to the bladder. So even if the stone blocks the urethra, the urine can flow through the tubes to the bladder. And the port is necessary because sometimes we have to flush the tubes, and we have to make regular examination of the urine. So it allows us to collect the samples, to flush everything. That's what the port is for.
Why not cut instant stomach? Why not cut instant stomach?
Why cut the stomach?
To take a kidney stone?
Yeah, but sometimes the kidney stones it's not like a big kidney stone that you can extract from the kidney, and it would be complicated surgery to take it out from a cat because it's very small kidney. But cats who have stones, they also have like crystals and smaller stones, and you cannot extract all of them. Like it's like more like a sediment.
Oh.
So sediment sometimes can block the kidney as well, but you cannot extract it because you cannot flush the kidney, all the canals, all the pelvis. You cannot do that.
So I reply the...
Plus, there's another thing. It's a recurring problem. So even if you get rid of one stone, it doesn't mean it's not gonna create itself back. Well, not the same stone, the other stone. But if you have some cat that has a predispositions for this kind of stones in the kidneys, and many cats do, then there's a huge chance that it will have it again. That's why we have, because in some cases, even if you have the urethra blocked, it will resolve. But it will also, the pressure will push the stone into the bladder in most of the cases. Because if you have big stone, that doesn't happen. But usually there are little stones. So they get flushed into the bladder on their own. But before this happens, the kidney can be completely destroyed. That's why we need to have this second way for the urine to go to, so it doesn't damage the kidney itself.
This is not complicated. It's very complicated.
It turns out it's not, but I haven't seen this kind of surgery. If I did, we would start doing it. So far, we have to refer them to a hospital in another city. Yeah, it's also a good solution. For example, one of the cats that we have, he has just one kidney because the other one is at atrophy, so it's very shrinking, and it doesn't work properly. So if this one kidney that he has would be damaged, it would be the end for the cat. So we did the bypass, so the kidney doesn't get damaged so quickly. So there's still another way for the urine to flow before it destroys the kidney.
Why didn't you do it for Mr. Ari?
I don't know what his issue was. Well, it's treatment for kidney stones, not the kidney failure in general.
Kidney stone.
Illegal.
Yeah, what illegal.
And I don't think they do the same things in people. Probably in people they just try to extract the stones because it's very painful condition. Plus, in animals we rarely have this size of stones. But yeah, it's just to say that the medicine for pets is also going forward.
There's help for that.
So did your driver
Yes, okay.
text you back
He will pick me up at 7.
at 7? You're going to?
No,
No, he's
I'm still
staying
in
here.
Malang.
Why?
Just play with my friend.
Oh, you have a friend in Malang.
Many friends in senior high school.
Yeah,
Cool.
he's studying here.
Okay, I feel actually relieved. So you didn't travel all that distance just for me. You have other things to do. That's great.
Just a play.
Yeah, because I was really feeling sorry that you traveled all that distance and you spent like 2 days in the hotel just to see me. And I said, I'm still working. I don't know how the day is gonna look like. Like today, I thought I'm gonna be free sooner, but then
Yeah, that's why I fly from Surabaya to Balikpapan. Because Iksan will stay here. Maybe for a week with his friends. And
Be good.
Yeah, if we go back to Yogyakarta, I will fly from Yogyakarta.
Yeah.
So we decided to fly from Surabaya.
Yeah. The flight from Jakarta to Surabaya was actually quite quick. My friend, she didn't even manage to watch the whole movie she had on her cell phone. I was reading a book and she was watching the movie and I was like, one eye keeping the plot, keeping up with the plot, and we landed like 20 minutes before the movie ended. So she had to watch the ending in her room.
Oh, what time will you start tomorrow? Stand here.
9 o'clock. At 9 we already have to be at the hospital. So we are having breakfast around 8. And then they pick us up at 9. We're going to go there. Because then at 9:30 they are bringing down the cats. They sedate them around 9:30. So the job starts. We are having them sedated, examined, like ultrasound, blood samples, and semen collection. Then microscopic evaluation of the semen and but all the samples of the frozen semen and all the samples of frozen organs, they are staying here in Indonesia. Because we don't have any permissions and we don't have any conditions to bring that back. Because it's frozen and stored in liquid nitrogen. And I don't think they will allow us on the plane to have it. The whole thing, the organization of everything here is like a mess. It's like a mess because different things were said before we came here and different things were said by the people who organize everything here.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my boss.
Oh.
I have to say. I didn't manage to. So I'll have to call him back later. Yeah, but that's the boss who calls for just one thing, just 1 minute. And you know that 2 hours of your life just is out of the
Big boss.
He's very talkative and he jumps from one subject to another. Many regressions in a way. Yeah, he's quite cool. He paid for everything there and now he's pissed because they promised him more cats than they actually have.
Good.
So what is the symbol?
It's not a symbol, it's just a wooden It's just a wooden. What's the word?
Like marble.
Yeah.
A wave?
Hmm?
Not a wave?
No, I think it's wood.
Or the paint
Yeah.
symbol like a wave?
No, it's not a symbol. It's not a symbol. It's just
It's a paint.
it's just jewelry. It's supposed to look nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything. I think that the silver thing is more important. This is just
Wood.
to look nice.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I think I'll go upstairs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be long talk, and I didn't get much sleep last night either. I had bad sleep the night before, and yesterday when I went to bed, I was hoping I would have a good night's sleep until the very, very morning. Yeah, I woke up at 4:30.
Yeah.
That's what it.
It's the early wave.
Yeah, I had some nightmares. I had a nightmare that Thomas was getting married with another girl. And I was just delivering the food to the wedding, and I knew he is my husband, and that this whole situation is all wrong, and I felt horrible, and it was a nightmare, and I woke up. And the very first thing I did, I called him. You said, you know what I had a dream about? Now he said, yeah, you should be sorry. But it was awful. I couldn't fall asleep after that.
Yeah. Please give my best regards to your family, your
will.
parents and Tom.
You can write my mom on your own.
Yeah.
She has Google Translate. Now I know she does because she wrote you a note.
Okay, I will.
So yeah,
I will write her.
you can write her on Google, and I will pass her the hug. That's for sure. But yeah, you can write to her. I think it's going to be a good thing because she spends most time at home and she needs something to do, something new, something that would push her to get out of her comfort zone. And I think writing English is way out of her comfort zone. So please write her and
Yes,
make her
I will.
learn English.
I will.
I actually proposed her that because we are going to the music school, go get an English person.
No.
So then this
I would like to speak English, but no, I don't want to learn. So yeah, that's my mom. But I guess the thing is that the longer you stay at home do nothing,
Yeah.
the more lazy you get.
Of course.
That was the reason for me to get depression in the first place right after I finished high school. Because I stayed for a year at home. All of my friends, they went to study in another cities. So there was no one to meet. I was getting bored. I was getting lazy. And everything seemed meaningless. And that's how it started. But I'm over that. So yeah. I'm just afraid of the 6 weeks of leave after my foot surgery. Normally I wouldn't do this foot surgery because I have troubles with fitting the shoes, but I got used to that like for 37 years now. But then it turned out that I had a knee problem, and some parts of my knee were a bit broken. But it got to heal, so I didn't need the surgery of the knee because that was on the table for a while. But two orthopedists, they told me, yeah, you can do the surgery of the knee if you want, but the problem is with your foot and with your posture because of that. So if you won't fix the foot, you can fix the knee, but it's going to come back anyway. So I have to do it. 6 weeks on leave, staying at home. I will have to find something to keep myself occupied, so I don't stay late in bed and, I don't know, watch TV. Yes. There are 3 turtles now. I only saw 2. 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. The small one. Yeah. Oh, and that one. It woke up. It was very sleepy. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. 4. Yeah. Yeah. 1. But I still think they should have a bigger tank.
So thick. Okay, can we take a picture together?
Yeah, sure. Okay.